Hey, folks. I do think that Mitch McConnell might be dead, though. We haven't gotten any additional details on what exactly is going on with Mitch McConnell, but apparently multiple agencies reached out to the Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear, to tell him that Mitch McConnell was dead. And we haven't heard anything from Mitch McConnell since since his team put out those tweets in the picture. Now, I do want to remind folks that what seems to be the play right now for the Mitch McConnell team is that there's a time limit on Andy Beshear being able to name the next senator or the interim senator. And it kind of seems to me like what is being acknowledged here is that if they can just pretend he's alive for long enough, if they can get to, I think it's August 17th, if they can pretend he's alive and potentially capable of doing his job until August 17th, then Andy Beshear, a Democrat, doesn't get to name the next senator in Kentucky. August 3rd. My bad. August 3rd. Which is, a little less than 2 weeks away. I do think that is kind of what's happening. And I think Andy Beshear should, out of an abundance of caution, if Mitch McConnell, I understand that there is some concerns about, if somebody got a work injury and was out of commission for months, they should still be able to keep their job. Absolutely.
Mitch McConnell bought the farm. E-I-E-I-O.
God, I think that Andy Beshear should go visit Mitch McConnell. I think that he should do that, or he should set a deadline. If Mitch McConnell is not able to go out and give a press conference, to go out in front of reporters by August 2nd, Andy Beshear should be prepared to name a senator on August 3rd. I do think that needs to be done. Yeah, I want to see Mitch McConnell get to a podium. Shinjin TV, thank you for subscribing. And Sake Tanuki, thank you for the 5 tier 1 subs. But this is Andy Beshear, just a couple days ago. It had been a month before anything had been put out, not even an official statement from Senator McConnell, Beshear recalled. In fact, I'd gotten 2 calls from different agencies, not state agencies, suggesting he's passed.
I'm waiting until we can get government actually working, instead of airing another episode of some random bad soap opera.
God.
There is a simple way to resolve this. Name somebody to the seat anyway, with the full understanding that if Mitch McConnell reaches out to prove he's alive, that person will withdraw.
I mean, I don't think there's a legal framework to do that. Well,
as someone who has had to take a leave of absence for FMLA, you have to check in with your job about once a week so that they know you're alive and intending to come back.
I mean, that's kind of it, right? There has to be a proof of life here. Newsweek put up an article today talking about how, hey, haven't heard anything. It's pretty concerning. And I guess my question is, if he's well enough to sit up in bed or well enough to stand up and walk around in his hospital room, why is he not well enough to talk into a microphone?
If there's anything we've learned from Trump, it's screw the legal framework until the judges make you stop. And then appeal it 6 times.
Because this is where I'm at, right? Okay, so if he's not dead, if he is in fact alive, why aren't they putting a microphone in front of him? Why aren't they just doing a little selfie cam video so he can talk to his constituents? Why not? Why would you not do that? Also, Shinjin TV, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Very much appreciated. Paladin, thank you for the $5 dono. And thank you for the $10 dono as well. Yeah, like, give us a proof of life vid where he talks and tells us what's up. I talked with him on the phone today along with Luigi. They're both fine. Do a live vid. Doesn't have to be long. Like 5 minutes tops.
Quick. Someone order a cameo of Mitch.
What would be very funny is if Mitch McConnell wouldn't appear in front of reporters but would appear for a cameo. That would be very, very funny. If anyone else skipped out on the job for a month, you don't have a job anymore, this motherfucker's a corpse. I mean, you say that, and yet another Republican member of Congress who just came back like a couple weeks ago was gone for like 3 months. And he came back and said, sorry guys, I went to the doctor and it turns out I had depression. And it's just like, what the fuck? Wait a minute, if you get depression, you get 3 months of paid leave? And you get the best healthcare in our society? That's crazy. I got depression and all I got was crippling sadness and boiling rage. God, I just it's silly as hell. We live in crazy times. And of course now you have people being like, are these photos AI? Like, I don't know. But like, it is bad enough that this is something that even Republicans are talking about. Here's Josh Hawley on Fox News talking about it.
This whole McConnell situation.
I want to remind you guys, this guy gave a fucking air fist to January 6thers on the day of January 6th.
Yeah. Do you think he's put out enough information? Some people are saying he should put out a video. And what do you think it says about the issue of age limits? That's what people are talking about for members of Congress.
No, I don't know anything about McConnell's health because I know zero. I'm totally in the dark. And, I certainly wish him well and his family. I do think that at a certain point you have an obligation to your constituents in the country to tell them what's going on. So I can't do that for him because I have zero idea. I never have had any idea about any of his health stuff. But I hope he recovers. But I also hope that they get the transparency out there and tell people, what the situation is. I'm a term limit guy, so I'm all for that. I mean, and I just think, listen, nothing against colleagues who are older, because you could be. I can think of some colleagues who are.
I want to really emphasize here, this guy's a colossal piece of shit. But, like, I want you to understand what he's doing here is effectively saying Mitch McConnell shouldn't have his job. Mitch McConnell is too old. He shouldn't have his job. And I think that that's a really interesting thing to say at this particular moment in time, given the wider context of Mitch McConnell and the Senate.
Grassley, for example, Chuck is 90, I think, and heck, he's sharp as a tack and spry and all that stuff. So that's great. But I do think there needs to be term limits. People just come and stay here forever, and I don't think that's what the founders intended. I don't think it's what people want. So I've always been a big proponent of constitutional amendment for term limits. Listen, we're to be down a vote. There's not a lot of members of the United States Senate to start with. We've got a slim majority, and so it's not easy, it's a very, very slender thing. So I defer to Finn on what...
Is he trying to look reasonable? He's trying to look reasonable, but also he's hungry. He has a lot of ambition. He wants to be a force in future Republican politics. And so he knows that term limits play well. He knows that right now, even other Republicans are looking at Mitch McConnell's situation and going, uh-oh. And so he's speaking some truth, but it's truth more to the reality of the Republican situation and what Republican constituents are thinking.
How he wants to manage it, but I just hear a lot from leadership that, we don't have the votes for this, we don't have the vote for, like voter ID, we don't have the votes for that. Well, so you know?
See, that gets to it right there. Voter ID, we don't have the votes for it. Maybe you all shouldn't be in office because you're too old, huh? That's what he's putting forward here. You know? It's in his self-interest to differentiate himself and set himself up for future electoral success in the Republican Party. That's what he's trying to do. He's playing the long game. He wants to be the next John Thune, you know? But I just think it's very strange, whatever's going on with Mitch McConnell. Anyway, if you got anything out of that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, leave a comment. Let me know what you think is happening to Mitch McConnell. And also, join your local Dems, join your local DSA. We need folks to get involved on the local level. We can help you do it. Join our Discord, reach out to GamerG for help with DSA, reach out to Dragonfly for help with your local Dems. Get involved today. It is silly, but it's very, very important to get involved in politics on the local level. And also, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes.
I'm not sure if I'm having deja vu, but I feel this McConnell situation has played out before.
It did. It happened in 2022. A lot of the conversation around Mitch McConnell happened in 2022. Let me bring it up here.
Meanwhile, here in Washington, there are new concerns tonight about the health of the Senate's top Republican, Mitch McConnell. McConnell was in the middle of a press conference when he abruptly stopped speaking. The 81-year-old fell earlier this year and suffered a concussion. CBS's Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
And a string of
Just a few moments into his weekly news conference, Minority Leader Mitch McConnell stopped talking mid-sentence and froze.
Okay, Mitch? Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press?
He was escorted away by colleagues before returning a few minutes later to answer reporters' questions.
I'm fine.
You're fine, you're fully able to do your job.
McConnell emerged from his office this evening after receiving a call from President Biden.
Well, the president called to check on me. I told him I got sandbagged.
A McConnell aide said he felt lightheaded and stepped away for a moment. But
yeah, it's been a concern for a while now. So if you are feeling like you've seen this all play out before, you're not wrong. It's kept happening because this guy's still in office. A minor neurological event, indeed. Anyway, folks, check out ImogeneOlivia.com. Gender euphoric lingerie designed from the ground up for trans femmes, tested with cis men, cis women, non-binary folks, and trans men. Check it out, ImogeneOlivia.com. It is sexy, comfortable, and non-tucking lingerie. New sizes have been added, new color is added, and we got a full restock. So go check it out, ImogeneOlivia.com. Link down in the doobly-doo. Let's keep on going.
Riverboat deck is going to town. All the viewers gather round. Twitch and YouTube is where she streams. All that content is bursting the scenes. Politics, gaming, and plenty more. Her sense of fashion you'll adore. So grab your stuff and hop aboard. We're going straight to Jack's Discord.